This community update was brought to you by U-Radio. As 2025 came to a close, many Manitobans expected the province's labor market to feel the full impacts of tariffs, immigration changes, and post-pandemic uncertainty. However, the year unfolded very differently than predicted. Chris Milne is the program manager at Opportunities for Employment. It says when we're looking at tariffs, despite the fears that it would slow Manitoba's economy, manufacturing remained steady throughout 2025.
We thought that we would see a massive impact on some sectors due to tariffs, but we didn't see it the way that a lot of people were, especially in the media, anticipating. We expected basically manufacturing to shut down or reduce significantly. We didn't see that at all. A lot of the manufacturing employers in Manitoba sell their products that are covered under the CUSMA agreement, so there wasn't tariffs applied. They were exempt. So that was good news for a lot of Manitoba employers.
While the sector didn't grow significantly, it remained stable. Welcome news for both employers and job seekers. Healthcare saw major growth.
We work with a lot of healthcare providers, specifically direct support work organizations. And so we saw an increase there, 106% increase over the 2024 numbers.
Retail and hospitality also continued hiring, though largely due to ongoing turnover. When looking at those numbers, one thing can be gleaned, that the job market is growing more competitive. Manitoba nearly has 3 job seekers for every available vacancy, a sign that the labor market has shifted.
During the pandemic and in the few years following the pandemic, it really was a job seeker friendly market where employers were just desperate for anyone with a pulse to work. And now we're seeing a lot more competition. And according to StatsCan, in Manitoba, there's 2.9 job seekers for every open vacancy. And unemployment has been increasing. So it just signals that there's high competition for the vacancies that exist.
Another major trend in 2025 was the growing demand for skilled and supervisory roles. Employer liaison Nelsa Osen says manufacturing employers were no longer focused on entry-level hiring.
And I was noticing in 2025 that there's more of an increase with supervisor, like middle management sort of positions, and then skilled positions. Not a lot of entry level, and we probably think that this is because of the boomers retiring. There's lots of openings sort of in those spaces that they were holding before, the supervisor, lead hand, manager positions. So those are opening up.
Osen says this is largely due to baby boomers retiring and immigration policy changes that reduced access to skilled workers from overseas. As a result, employers began recruiting locally for roles they previously filled internationally.
A lot of the talent that they were getting for very specific skills, trades, that they were getting overseas, they weren't getting anymore. So that was becoming more open, and they were heavily recruiting for those positions within our city, where normally that wouldn't even really come to me because they already have their people from overseas. So that's what we were seeing.
But the most significant challenges surfaced around expectations. She says many employers are now demanding prior experience even for basic positions.
And I'm noticing that their expectations for hiring is a little bit higher. And I don't know if it's because they're not getting those immigrants anymore that are scaled and already have the credentials that they're looking for. So they're putting the same sort of criteria that they would normally put on these people that are educated in a specific way on the people that are Canadian residents, and are asking for candidates to know everything, even for entry-level positions.
At the same time, Osen says job seekers are also contributing to the disconnect.
Younger job seekers that are just getting into the workforce are also asking for I think, too much from the employers. They're also asking for like the highest rates of pay available already with their experience, which is often none, or the best benefits. So that's a lot of our conversations right now on both sides.
For job seekers, Milne offers this simple advice.
Don't give up. I always believe there's a job for everyone, but it's going to take some work. Looking for work is a full-time job. You're just not paid for it.
And for employers, here's just flexibility.
I would strongly encourage them to be more creative when it comes to their hiring process, to the demographics that they might consider, because while there's a hidden job market, there's also a hidden labor pool that employers don't often consider.
As Manitoba's workforce continues to evolve, accountability from job seekers, employers, and educators alike will be critical to meeting the demands of the years ahead. You're listening to U Radio, where diverse voices connect. Stay tuned for more stories and insights that matter. With U Multicultural and the Local Journalism Initiative, I'm Ryan Funk.